Who will take the battle of the Rafaels? Will it be Dos Anjos or Fiziev? See what fighters are thinking in the latest edition of MMA Pros Pick.
I don't know, man. RDA hasn't impressed me lately. It's been a while since he's fought. I know he was prepared to fight against Justin Poirier or Conor McGregor if any of those guys had missed weight or anything like that. So, he's still training. He's still in the game. He's still cutting the weight. He's going through the process. But he just hasn't impressed me. So I'm going to go for the other Rafael.
No, we were at Tiger Muay Thai at the same time. But I feel like he hadn't even started transitioning to mixed martial arts yet. He was fighting professionally as in Muay Thai and kickboxing. But that's a very hard man to take down. We cornered against him when he fought Brad Riddell. I know Brad's wrestling and how strong he is in his pressure game. And if I think that's the first takedown he's ever given up inside of the UFC in that fight. So difficult matchup, but then again, RDA's pressure is phenomenal. He's a massive, thick former world champion. To pick would be too hard basket for me. I'm gonna leave the picking. That's just an outstanding fight.
It's gonna be very difficult for Fiziev because Dos Anjos has a lot of experience, title shots, and he has a lot of fights in UFC. But I hope and I think Rafa Fiziev can beat him because he's younger than him and he's hungry, in sport. That's why I think Fiziev can win.
That's tough. We were talking about this fight the other day. That's a key fight for Fiziev because, unfortunately, Rafael, the Brazilian dos Anjos, is now the gatekeeper on this fight. At least he's gonna be the gatekeeper. It's gonna be a really important fight for him to show if he's ready to keep going or not. But I will go with dos Anjos. I think Fiziev is really athletic, but I think dos Anjos is more well-rounded. I think he wins.
Dude, I think honestly RDA is gonna take him, man. He's got that. On top of having veteran experience, he's not like a fucking old guy that's gonna be slowing down. He's still pretty freaking. He's still beasting out there on the ring, man. He hasn't slowed down in my opinion. So I think that RDA will probably take this, man. He's overall, he's got a lot of experience and a lot of technique, and I'm pretty sure he's only getting better. As we get older, we get better. Even though we start to slow down eventually, but we still got that technique and that brain that really helps. The veteran moves.
I'm taking. I've always been more of a Donatello fan. I like the bow staff. In the original NES game, it was like an impossible game. Donatello was the most powerful because his bow staff was the longest. But as far as that fight goes, I'm going to take Rafael to win. Fiziev's the up-and-comer. It's probably the safer bet, but he knows what he has to do to beat the other one.
He was bonus brother from last one. I was right. He was right after mine. Dos Anjos is a champion. He's but over these last few years, we've seen certain areas and things like that where he can be taken advantage of. Fiziev is a fucking engine, dude. This dude doesn't stop. He just throws. He's throwing power shots. He's landing hard and he's coming forward. He's pushing at a really good pace, and he's keeping it. He's keeping it and he's landing some solid shots. With that said, yeah, I'd probably go with Fiziev.
With that original flow, head kicks with the pros, picks of the fights or anything in the mix. Getting closer to the heart of the flame, bringing conversations with heavy hitting names. You feel the love of the game.